All right. So this was actually a clip of a little bit of a warm-up. Just doing some canter stuff in the warm-up ring from the prior day that I forgot to put in the previous video. I honestly, I don't like the way I was riding in these clips, and this day really in particular. I don't know. I think I was just so sore from cleaning all the stalls and doing all of the other stuff. Excuse me. That my shoulders were just so round, and I was so sore, so sore. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out in case anybody wants to tell me how bad of a rider I am. I know. I was sore. I was not riding my normal. But anyway, just cantering 10 around, just trying to get him to step up underneath himself with his hind. And I'm not doing him any favors, so I'm surprised he didn't buck me off. I'm so tired today. So tired today. But then I'm gonna lunge Hemi, which is Liv's horse. He is off the track thoroughbred. I don't know how old he is, but I think he's a little bit older. I want to say a little bit older, but 16 maybe. He's so cute. She does the 8.5s, 9.5s with him. He's such a good boy. But I lunged him and one of Paula's lesson horses, Big Daddy, good boy, every day. And yeah, and they needed to get out and stretch their legs. So I have 2 angles. I cannot stop yawning. I'm so sorry. I have 2 angles from my rounds, which is awesome. This was the warm-up round for 10. He was so much better this day. He definitely was a lot less heavy. I mean, he still had some moments where he was right there. It's a telltale sign when he's hanging on me or pulling on me because my shoulders go really round. But he jumped phenomenal. I was so proud of him this day. He was perfect, absolutely perfect. This is the height for the jumper classic, and then he celebrates. He's like, wee. Get it a little deep, but comes out of it really nice. Come around the turn. Hit this oxer. Oh my god, he's so good. And then he's like, look at me. Did you see that? Did you see that? Gosh, he's so cute. I had already started patting him before we even got over the fence. And then here is the round from my husband on our other camera, which is supposed to be nicer, but interestingly enough, the videos from my iPhone are way better. Very interesting. But it's just a different angle. So he got a little bit heavy there, and you can see I kind of had to sit back and give him a check. And then we come around to this roll back, sat back, got a great distance to that. Yeah, he was just, he felt so great this day. So great. Got the change through the bending line, and then he's like, oh my god, that was so much fun. And then he's celebrating, and then he's like, oh crap, I have a jump coming up. And get a little roll back action here. Sit back, up over this oxer. I mean, there's more celebrating. He was just so good. But again, this was our warm-up. I was so proud of him. So, coming into this next class, this is the first round of... Oh yeah, I'm so sorry. I cannot stop yawning. This is the first round of the Jumper Classic. So what I was trying to kind of do for this is just go clean. So that way we could go to the jump off. So, hit that first one, which you already saw, but it's nice to see a different angle from each side. And then coming around, I'm using kind of wide turns so that way I have time to set him up to get the distances, come around through this rollback, and he's like, woo! as he gets more brave, like, and as he gets more like I'm great, he starts getting a lot stronger. So we're gonna have to figure that one out with the hackamore. But yeah, and then we come back to this vertical, and then come around, nice little turn to this oxer. He's got such a cute jump, and then he's like, oh my god, my feet. And he's a good boy. So then this is I think this is the jump off. I think this is the jump off. Yes, this is the jump off. No, is this not the jump off? No, this is the jump off, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking at. No, just kidding. This is the angle from the Jumper Classic from the other side. Whoops. Oh well. But yeah, he went clear, so we did get to go to the jump off. He's so good. He's so good. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. And then he's like, oh, I get that. Gets in really nice and right to the base. Has his little moment. And then over this last fence. So now these next clips, I think, are the jump off. Yes. Yes, this is the jump off now. I was so proud of him in this round. He actually did win this class, so that was amazing. I've gotten like second and third with him in the Jumper Classics, but never first, so he won it, and he brought his A game. So got in a little deep. I did this inside turn here, and I thought we blew out too far, but this freaking king saved us, got us over that jump, and then he's like, oh, spook, where are we going? Up to that one, and then around to this last fence. And he was so good. Like, I knew after that we had placed well. I just, at that time, obviously did not know that we had won the class, so that was super exciting. I think we got like $70 added back to our class. So that was great. After this whole weekend, after working and lunging and doing all of the stuff for Paula's barn, look at him, he's so good. My show bill was only $91 for 2 horses. It was amazing. And I actually had him, that's kind of where I was like, crap. But then he got himself up and was like, I got it. So then coming into here, he was like, that jump, spook, spook. And then he's like, okay, no, I'm good. But yeah, I think my total show bill was like $580 or something for the 2 horses. And then after obviously winning this class, look at how proud of himself he is. And then working, like the money that I had gotten from everybody was like $91. That's crazy. This is like my favorite jump of all time on her. I could watch that jump over and over and over again. So 10 actually was supposed to be entered in the 8595s, but I was so happy with him, and I wanted to end on that one class that we did, so he ended on that, so no more for him. This was an amazing round on Ranita. I was so stinking happy with her this weekend. I mean, she could not have been better. By this point, like, we were both so tired, and I honestly probably should have ended on this class. She still felt like she was like wanting to go, but she got tired towards the second round. I mean, she was amazing. This one, whatever it is with that color and that vertical, like, cause she had that one down every single class, I think. And with her back end, I don't know what it was. I know something had to have been my fault, but you'll see it from a different angle here. But she was so good. I am starting to really learn to ride her better over some larger tracks. She has always like just run at the jumps and like just used her like natural athletic power to like launch us over them. And all the dressage work we've been doing has really helped her be able to get deeper to the base of the fence and actually like use herself, because before she would go to the jump, and if I got her in like deeper to the base, she would like fling herself over it and like jump over her shoulder. And her jump style has just gotten so much better, and she has just been so good. So this jump here is 100% my fault. So we're going to it, and I am just in her face too much. I'm nitpicking her because the distance I saw and what she was going for, like I didn't trust her distance, so she refused it, and rightfully so. I would have refused it as well, because if I were her, because it just, at this point we were both tired and I really needed to set her up nicely. So obviously went over it that next time around. She jumped it beautifully to the second fence here. Rolling back over to this oxer, she jumped that amazing. Like those first couple jumps, I think like she was so great. And then coming up to this one, I kind of let her go, and then I second guessed it right before it, so that rail was my fault. And then at this point, I think she was just so tired and she couldn't really cover my mistakes anymore. So she had that second rail down and beautiful over that oxer. Got her in a little deep, but she was amazing. And then this last fence, she was just like, screw you, I'm picking this distance. And I'm like, girl, you do you. You've been amazing. So she's not normally a horse to like make up for your mistakes. And she's kind of just like, screw you, if you're not going to ride it perfect, I'm not going to do it right. Which is kind of what happened there. Again, 100% my fault. And as you can see, when we come around this next time, I make sure to pat her and let her know, like, hey, girl, that was okay. That was my fault. Like, don't worry about it, because I didn't want her to come up to it again and be like nervous, like about the fact that she refused it. So there you can see I let her go and she was totally fine. But it is kind of a hard game with her, with how she goes and like the give and the take of it, and holding versus letting her go. And it's been difficult because she's gotten so much better, but at the same time, like I'm used to her going a certain way. So it's been really hard for me to adjust my riding to like the way she goes now, if that makes sense. So it's a work in progress, you know. I'm really happy with how she's been, and I'm so proud of both of the horses, and I honestly could not be happier. But yeah, we were first in both of these classes. This last class, I was the only one in, so obviously, you know, I was first, but oh well. This first class of the day, we won, and she was great. So the last part of this, I just wanted to kind of walk you guys through what my after show care is. I did bring my ice boots, but we didn't have the mini fridge with the freezer that we normally do, so I couldn't use the ice boots. So I just hosed their legs off and hosed them off after, cold hosed them, and then I went ahead and packed their feet with Magic Cushion, and then just put some shavings in it. And truthfully, I don't even have to like wrap their feet with vet wrap or anything when I do this. I literally just put the Magic Cushion in and then put a ton of shavings over it and kind of pack it down in there, and it stays for days. So that's really cool. But for her, I only pack her front feet. She's only shot up front. 10, I did pack all 4 feet, And then I just take poultice and poultice their legs. So I go up all the way over the knee, all the way over the hock, and then down to right about above the cornet band. And yeah, I wouldn't do this like after a normal jump school. In a normal jump school, like at home, I will cold hose their legs and then put ice boots on. And depending on like what height we jumped and what we were doing, I may pack their feet, but it just kind of depends. But we don't normally jump this much, and she only jumps once a week or so, sometimes once every 2 weeks. And yeah. So
she was so good this weekend, weren't you? Okay, we got the sports vibe on. Got her feet packed. Yeah. She jumped her little heart out today. You were very good. Yes, you were very good.
But then same with 10. So we get his feet packed and do the poultice, and then they both get the sports vibe. But on a regular basis, normally I would just do ice boots and then rub liniment gel or spray on their legs and back. But obviously at a show, when they're jumping more than they would normally do, obviously I go the extra mile and really try and take care of their legs and their bodies and everything. So after a horse show, usually I will have them get bute in their dinner the night that we get back, just so that way the following day they're not like super sore, super like extra stiff. And I find that just helps. At least it's essentially like us taking Advil after we've like had a really hard workout, and we're super sore. So doing the liniment, doing the sports vibe, doing whatever I can to make sure that their muscles and their feet and their legs are well taken care of is definitely of the top priority for me. So I will spend the time to do this after a horse show. But anyway, I'm going to let you guys finish watching the video. And yes, if you have any questions, drop them down below in the comments, and I try to respond to all of them. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, and if you want to be notified when I post new videos, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
My third rotation of long stirrup, which is Angie and Gina.
nice and relaxed. Oh, he's so handsome. He's got him coaches, got his feet packed. I'm a bum bitch! Cranking my trailer for me because I know. We literally like unloaded, got to the barn, left, and like not even 10 minutes after we left, it started pouring down rain. That could not have been more perfect timing.